Hey guys, so today is Dylan's driving test day. It's just gone 7 o'clock. We've got just under an hour until Dylan's driving test, which is at 8 o'clock. How you feeling, Dylan?
I think the nerves are starting to kick in now.
Yeah, that's normal.
Normal,
okay.
Yeah.
I think anyone who says they're not nervous at all on your driving test day, that's not true. So we're going to start off with a manoeuvre. Yeah, we're going to go through all our manoeuvres just to make sure your reference points are still working and everything's all set, basically your seat and everything. It's important if you do use reference points, you've got to just double check on the day of your test that because just your seat being positioned differently can change your reference points slightly. Right, any questions before we start?
No.
Okay, I've already checked Dylan's license. Make sure you do have your provisional license on your day of your test. You don't want to turn up at the test centre because there's no way you can go for your driving test without your provisional. Have you had any breakfast?
Yeah.
What did you have?
Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Right. Pop on your belt and let's do the reverse parallel parking manoeuvre. Can you see that white car parked further down?
The Audi, yeah.
Yeah. Let's use that. So we're going to use this car, yeah. So we just pull up next to it and then do the reverse parking. Guys, I do always recommend not to do too much driving, yeah? Don't drive for too long before your actual driving test, because then tiredness starts to creep in.
I normally recommend doing an hour lesson before the test. Some learners do want longer, but then make sure you have a short break in between. Now during this manoeuvre, Dylan ends up on the pavement. The concerning part for me was that he didn't even notice. We saw in the last video in which Dylan did a mock test with the examiner how well he did this manoeuvre.
Okay, it'll stop there. So you know the final reference point for this? Yeah, the final one. What is it?
When that comes off the curb.
What comes off the curb?
The door handle.
Is the door handle off the curb?
No, not yet.
No, you know why it's not off the curb?
Because we're on the curb.
Yeah, you're on the pavement. Yeah. So see, you know when I just remind you of the reference, you was like, oh yeah. Okay. So you didn't notice. Basically, you should have noticed that we're on the pavement. Yeah. You didn't notice because it was a dropped curb. Yeah. Okay, but still, obviously you can tell the difference in the road, the curb, the pavement. Yeah. Okay. Secure the car for me. No, you're only going to get one manoeuvre on your test. You're carrying on with it. Just make sure when the examiner asks you to do it, just remember your reference points before you start. Yeah. Okay. And what you're going to do, take about 10 seconds just to think about it before you start.
On this attempt, he did it better, but we were positioned a bit too far away from the curb, so we gave it another go. And this time his position was perfect, but you're not going to get 3 attempts on your test.
Is that
Better.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, okay. So that's why it's so important. Just remember your reference points, yeah. Stick to them, make sure they're exact. Yeah. If you messed up a reference point, you know your position's not going to be where it's supposed to be, yeah. Then think, okay, do I need to readjust, yeah. So the only disappointing thing about this, when like these attempts that you had, was the first one, not realize, like I said, not fussed about you guys messing up. Yeah, realize there's a mistake there. Yeah, something's going wrong, and readjust. Do your observations and readjust. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right, but now if you stick to the reference one, there's no way you're going to be touching the curb at all. Yeah, okay. Any questions?
Nah.
Right, move off when you're ready. Right guys, for those of you that don't know, Dylan's original test was supposed to be over a month ago on the 10th of July, a day before his test. We got an email saying the examiner wasn't available, so they've changed the test date to today, which was about 5-6 weeks later. It was a bit frustrating because Dylan had started lessons just under a month before his actual test date, his first test day, and my aim was to get him ready within 24 hours. We had done 23 hours, and obviously on the day that he got that email, we had planned his 24th hour lesson, but obviously we didn't do it. And then after that, he's had a couple of mock tests and a lesson as well. So yeah, we're up to 26 hours now, but still, that's pretty good. And what's helped you get ready in 26 hours, Dill?
One, doing lessons nearly every day. I think that helped massively.
Yep.
And then also the ultimate driving course.
Yep.
Just following that.
A quick break here guys. For those of you that are learning to drive, make sure to download the Ultimate Driving Course app. It's basically like having me as your instructor. There's a video covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. Just watch the relevant video before each lesson and enter the car with the correct knowledge. No more wasting valuable lesson time parked up. On average, you'll save around 15 to 20 minutes per lesson, helping you learn quicker and save money on driving lessons. It's available to download on both Android and iOS.
Okay, Dill, at this roundabout, turn right and take the 4th exit for me, please.
This roundabout always seems to confuse Dylan.
No, keep to the right, Dill. Keep to the right, carry on. That's it. Okay, so tell me what seems to confuse you most of the time when we come to a roundabout like this.
It's always this roundabout, when it comes into 3 lanes.
Yeah.
I always think of going into the middle one.
Yeah,
first.
straight away, yeah.
Straight
Okay.
away, yeah.
So, what have you learned, with your lessons, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. When you start off in the right-hand lane, yeah? So, when you're entering a roundabout in the right-hand lane, yeah? As you enter the roundabout, where should you position?
In the right lane.
Yeah, because you started off in the right,
so,
yeah?
yeah.
Okay, so, simple, just stick to that.
Yeah.
Okay, stick to that, you'll be absolutely fine. And then, obviously, when the marking appears, I don't think there's any major issues following the spiral marking, yeah? That was fine. But on this, it is on this roundabout, yeah. As soon as you enter, from the right, you move over to the middle, yeah. To be honest, on that roundabout, it's okay the way it's laid out, yeah?
Yeah.
But then, I always try and teach something that's going to work at every single roundabout, yeah? If you stick to the right, if you start off in the right, make sure you stick to it, okay? And then, after you've entered the roundabout, then follow the markings, okay? But when they appear, look out for the markings.
We did a few more roundabouts and there were no issues. Dylan dealt with them well.
Well then, that was really good judgment, when that car turned up pretty fast from the right. Turn left into the car park.
In this car park, I asked Dylan to do the forward bay parking manoeuvre, and just like the reverse parallel parking, it didn't go too well. It took us a few attempts to sort it out.
And once you're in the car park, if you could turn right and park forward into any bay on your right. Okay, stop there, Dill. Don't go forward into that way, yeah? How is it?
No.
Okay, just put into neutral, okay? Right, so normally, like, how is this maneuver?
I think this one's my hardest one normally, isn't it?
Yeah, but does he ever be like this?
No.
No.
Like this.
Okay. It's normal for test day, yeah? Don't. Like, you know, I say to my learners, everyone does it, yeah? People watching will tell you as well. The morning of the test, yeah? Everyone's like, yeah, just a bit on edge, yeah? And things don't always go to plan in the lesson. But any mistakes that happen now, that's cool because they're not going to happen during your test, are they?
No.
Yeah? That's it. Good. Yeah. So you're gonna stick to that reference point that's higher up now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously, when we get to the test center, when you get into the car with the examiner, you're not gonna readjust your seat. Yeah. Okay. So these reference points will work. You could reverse out of here.
Even this reverse bay parking maneuver took 2 attempts. Dylan usually nails it first time. His maneuvers were not up to his normal standards. Probably test day nerves.
You okay with that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Let's head to the test center now.
We met this guy in the van next to us who was really nice. I took this as another positive sign, along with Dylan having Cocoa Pops for breakfast.
On YouTube? Yeah. You're going to be on as well.
What's it called?
Yeah, DJing, yeah. Alright, cheers, mate. So you too, mate, thanks. That's nice too. Have a good day. We are going to have a good day, aren't we, Dill?
Hopefully.
What do you mean, hopefully? Say yes, of course we are.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. Believe in yourself. Okay. You're more than capable of passing a driving test, yeah? Okay, I was going to give you my little pep talk when we get to the test centre, yeah? Memorial will start now because he started off on a good note. He said it's going to be a good day as well, yeah? But yeah, just, I can sense you're a bit like, you know, with the manoeuvres and that, yeah? You don't normally mess them up that much, yeah? But like I said to you earlier, that's normal, you know, for test day. If you do like mess up a manoeuvre, just make sure you readjust, don't just leave it there, okay? When you're driving, you're like, look, more than capable of passing a driving test. You're a very, very good driver. Yeah, you did a mock test with the ex-examiner the other day. It was really good. Don't start doing anything different. Yeah, just do what you do in your lessons. Yeah. At the end, turn right. And if you could just park up on the right behind this learner car. That's fine, just there. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Okay, so look. You've just got to show the examiner that you're safe to be on the road. Are you safe to be on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you are. Stick to your lanes, yeah? If you're not sure about anything, don't do it, okay? Like I said to you before, going the wrong way isn't a problem. Say if you can't change lanes, yeah, because it's too busy, or you don't think there's a safe gap, yeah, don't do it. Don't take any like last second risks, like quickly changing lanes, yeah? At junctions, your observations are brilliant, yeah? You're patient, you've got good judgment. At roundabouts this morning, showed really good judgment. So just stick to that deal. Yeah. Anything you're not sure about, ask the examiner. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Right. Examiner's going to ask you, do you want your instructor to accompany you on test? What are you going to say?
No. No. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Because I did speak to Dylan. He goes, yeah, I want you on the test, especially after doing the test the other day with the examiner. Yeah. You had no issues with me sitting in the back. Yeah. But if any of you guys watching, if you feel you're going to be more nervous with your instructor at the back, then go on your own. Yeah. But to be honest, I don't mind sitting at the back. I find whenever I do, most of my learners pass. Yeah. Right. So we're going to switch off the cameras and go into the car park. Just a bit of advice for you guys watching. when you do park, if you're with the instructor, he'll know anyway. Just make sure you reverse into a bay. Don't park forward because you're going to cause yourself hassle starting the test. You'll have to reverse out of a bay to start your test otherwise. And when you come back from your test, you go into the car park, yeah. If you've already done a manoeuvre, the examiner's going to ask you to park forward into a bay. If you've already done a manoeuvre, yeah. Obviously, you want to park forward correctly, but if your car's slightly at an angle, yeah, over the line, don't stress about it, yeah. They won't mark that down as a fault. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Guys, we will see you just after Dylan's test. Now we'll let you know if he's passed or failed. We're coming back with a pass. Aren't we, Dill?
Yeah.
Yeah? We'll see you guys in a bit.
Before we went into the test centre, we met this guy who had just passed his driving test. I asked him to give one tip that would help Dylan and any learners that are watching, and he said, just keep calm. Was this another positive sign? Let's find out what happened. Did Dylan pass or fail?
Right then, guys, so we just got back from Dylan's test. I'm going to talk you through exactly what happened. Obviously, in the pre-test lesson, you can tell how nervous Dylan was. And so what happens, obviously, when we parked up in the car park, we went into the test centre. There's about another four people with their instructors who had their test at exactly the same time as Dylan. And then examiners come out, turn by turn, call out your name, and they make you sign a declaration, which Dylan did. Then they asked Dylan if he wants his instructor, me, to come on the test with him, and Dylan said yes. And I was the only one that actually went on test. The rest of the learners didn't want the instructor at the back. And as you walked out, the examiner explained about the test, yeah, introduced himself, and asked, then I asked, what would you like me to call you? And they explain about the test, how long it's going to last, and then when you get to the car, or like before you get to the car, they do an eyesight check on you, so they make you read a number plate, which Dylan did fine, and then they ask you to sit in the car. So he asked Dylan to sit in the car. I sat at the back here, and then he walks around the car just to check the condition of the tyres, just to make sure it's safe. And then when he got into the car, set up the sat nav. I told Dylan to follow the sat nav and just follow the road ahead unless told otherwise. And yeah, we started, came out of the car park, really good start, yeah, really good observations coming at this test centre. Any of you that watch the previous videos know how difficult it is to come out of Wolverhampton test centre here, out onto the main road. So started off really well, got to those roundabouts, they were quite busy, weren't they, yeah, and we did a right turn at both the Dudley roundabouts. Again, previous viewers, regular viewers will know what I'm on about. Did that pretty well, had no minors up until that point, and then we ended up on those hills, yeah, really steep hills, yeah. Okay, so did a steep uphill junction, and then after that the slope was really steep, and the examiner asked Dylan to park up on the left. I think Dylan just saw that hill and kind of panicked, and he hit the brake really hard, yeah, and it was almost an emergency stop, but not an emergency stop. Like we were to the side, he wasn't in the middle of the road, so he was about to park up, but he started braking, but then for that stop he just pushed it really hard, yeah. What was it? Just saw the hill and panicked? What was it? Or
No, so as I was so I've turned left now, so I thought, yeah, I'm calm. And he goes, oh, stop on the left. So,
what Dylan knew that we got to the end of the road, which is on a steep hill. He asked him to turn left, so he's emerged out from a steep uphill junction, which was a challenge. But then the examiner's asked him to park up on that slope here, because he's going to do he's going to ask him to move off. So yeah, that was up until that point the worst thing that Dylan had done, but there's no one behind, and I knew that wouldn't be a serious fault. Yeah, that was marked as a minor fault. Yeah, that was one of Dylan's minor faults. The examiner did talk about that at the end. He goes, "You nearly took my neck off with that one." Yeah, and so he moved off using the acceleration really well, because that was one of the things in the mock test that you did with the ex-examiner John, who noticed that he wasn't using enough acceleration, and he did you moved off really well. So yeah, and then after that carried on, again did really well, lots of crossroads, dual carriageways. You were behind the bus at one point, yeah, it kept a good gap, overtook really well, and then again we had no minors. Then you had you picked up your second minor, when the examiner asked you to park up on the left, he said it nice and clearly, park up behind that white car. He wanted you to pull up behind it. It's called an angle start when you move off from behind another car. So when he asked you to park up behind the white car, you signalled really early and you were about to park up really far away from it. And then he said, no, behind that white car.
Yeah.
And then you left that signal on all the way up until then. Yeah, there was a little road to our left. So there was a minor for keeping your signal on there. Yeah, okay. So 2 minors. And then I'm really happy because we're reaching the end of the test centre. We drove into here and into the car park. And I'm thinking, okay, he's had no manoeuvre so far, which means he's going to get the reverse bay parking manoeuvre at the end of the test. Yeah, so that was the case. No one's in the car park. Examiners asked him to park reverse into any bay to the left or the right. Yeah, so yeah, Dylan's missed a couple of lines. Yeah, because you couldn't get his reference point or whatever. Yeah, but if you had missed the next one, you would have ended up by the curb. Yeah. Luckily you didn't. Yeah, and so Dylan's reversing into the bay. Okay, and again, what he did earlier. In the pre-test lesson, when he didn't straighten up in time, he just tried to do everything on the move. The car ended up just over the line. But what did Dylan do? He
readjusted.
He moved forward, readjusted, and finished the manoeuvre well. Yeah. Did the examiner mark that as a minor or serious?
Nah, minor.
He marked that as a minor. Yeah. So, Dylan, what does that mean?
Means I passed.
Mate, what a relief! Yeah,
massive sigh of relief, man.
Yeah, it was a really good drive. What did the examiner describe it as?
Solid drive.
He goes, that was a solid drive. Yeah, apart from those 3 points, so 3 minors, first time pass. Obviously, we wanted to do it about a month earlier, but guys, Dylan did it within what? It's 26 hours of driving lessons. Yeah, these extra couple of hours were because his first one was obviously cancelled by the DVSA. But yeah, I think that might have been a blessing.
Yeah, blessing in disguise.
Okay, so I know we were a bit down then. Yeah. But yeah, it's led to this day, and well done, Dill.
Thank you. Appreciate
guys, any of you learning to drive, try and take your lessons close together. Download the Ultimate Driving course. It's definitely going to help you save time on your lessons. And yeah, guys, good luck to any of you who have got your test coming up. I really hope you get the result that Dylan got today and you pass your driving test.